Good evening. Apologies, a bit of a delay there. Good evening. Welcome again, all my petits papillons. This is the Corundum Cat, the Twitch streamer with the most historically literate audience on the internet. We are picking up once again this evening with our fully voiced long play of Shadow Hearts 2 Shadow Hearts Covenant, and I believe this is episode 14. We are starting off with a little bit of a doozy. They have pulled a switcheroo on us, trading our regular player party for several Argonian prisoners. Okay, actually that's, an oblique joke, but also more true than normal. So, we have the reincarnated Sin Against God and Man minor NPC from the first Shadow Hearts. This is the other original Yoshiko Kawashima, reincarnated as the mutant ape Oka, armed with an extremely high-performance Nambu pistol. And as noted, okay, so because it was pointed out last time, you got me all channeling, Jonathan Ferguson, the keeper of firearms and artillery at the Royal Armories Museum, which houses a collection of thousands of iconic weapons throughout history. And I did actually have to double check. So the Nambu self-loading pistol, the Type 1, was in service in 1915. It was, however, chambered in 8x22 millimeter Nambu. That's a specific cartridge. It's really hard to find these days. Collector's items. And it's super anemic. It's about half the muzzle velocity and stopping power of just the standard 9mm that the US, British, and Germany was using. Yeah, not great for reliability in the submachine gun. So I don't know what they've I don't know what the Doom troops are using, because those things seem to be going, like, they're getting 30-round bursts reliably into the body of Anastasia Romanov. Incidentally, 8.22 Nambu, about 320, 350, I think, meters per second. So we've got, we're doing much better than that. Anyway, that out of the way. We have been challenged by diplomatic envoy turned, I guess, mad scientist and former subordinate of Yoshiko Kawashima to escape this facility and kill everybody in our way. If I resurrected a science experiment and gave them a gun, I would not give them those instructions. That seems like a huge mistake, but the camera angle is here to let us know that that bodysuit is skin tight unnecessarily. So mistakes are being made. And we've got Uka. Yes. Who are you? Special Agent Kato's voice says, Uka, that's Hyde. He is one of the mutant apes, just like you. Look at my chin. I'm worried about the popped collar, actually. He's looking less Sting and more Dracula. Excuse me, but if we are going to fight alongside each other, I want to test your skills first. I'm level 50, guy. I'm level 50 and I got a gun. I don't know if I have special abilities or nothing. What support? What is support fire? Anti-armor bomb. Okay, if he had armor. I'm just gonna try shooting him. Let's see how this goes. I mean, I'm a bad shot. We have a gun which we're apparently going to choose not to use. Oh, boy's faster than we are. Okay, I'll throw a bomb at him. Why not? I'm not too proud. I like we hit him into the wall. Is he just going to copy me? Is that what this fight is? I don't know if I have to win this fight or not. Obviously, I'm going to try to do so. Why do we keep throwing grenades at each other? I have it on good authority from my boy Dr. Zaius that Ape will never kill Ape.
Their attack pattern was too simple.
And yet... Yeah, grenade spam is what we're doing up in here. Okay, weird side note, that is almost the appropriate model for a, admittedly, World War II era, like 1930s era, like Type 3 fragmentation grenade from the Imperial Japanese Army. That, like, corn cob-looking hull to it is actually pretty accurate. Very good. Now I know I can trust you to have my back. No, you know we can throw grenades at each other. This proved nothing. And he vanished. He was the ghost from the movie of the same name. Okay. We'll test your shooting ability next. Shooting practice... What? Is this becoming a first-person shooter? Are we Splinter Cell now? Targets will spring out as you travel down the passage. These targets will be marked with... Oh, okay. One of the face symbols. Shoot the target using the button the same mark. Okay, well, this is why I've been doing all these combos. Obviously, I will get this perfectly and flawlessly. If you press the wrong button, you won't be able to move for a set period of time. At times, a special agent Kato target will appear. You must not shoot this target. Man! What was the instruction? Kill anyone that gets in our way when we're trying to escape? He didn't say kill anyone that's not me. He said kill anyone. All I'm saying. If you accidentally destroy this target again, you won't be able to move for a set period of time. If you lose your weapon or your armor, I'll kill you myself. That is the end of your instructions. Would you like to hear them again? No, that's pretty simple instructions. I'm already ready for all. Destroy 30 targets before you can proceed to the... What is happening? Okay, I really do not remember this segment of the game, but yeah, okay. We're trying out for Alpha Protocol, apparently. Put me in the game, Kato. Yeah, got him. I did it in purpose. Got him again! I'm gonna keep doing it. It's funny. I mean, is this like whose line is it? Where, you know, the points are made up and the time doesn't matter? I'm just saying, if I armed an evil science experiment, I wouldn't start getting really snippy about the performance and the range. I kind of love that there's an old-timey treasure chest randomly in the in the target range. What does this remind me of? It reminds me of a lot of things, obviously. Men in Black being one of them, Little Tiffany with the calculus books. Hogan's Alley for the NES. That's what this reminds me of. Okay. I was thinking, it's like it's on the tip of my tongue. It didn't have Special Agent Kato. It had, I think, generic civilians for it. But basically the same thing. Not a mutant ape reincarnated science experiment, but otherwise. You must destroy 30 targets that will come at you one after the other. What if they do it at the same time, buddy? Do I get to use my grenades? You gonna test me on those? If a target reaches the front, you will you will spend a week in the box. Okay. Dude, calm down. Okay, I'm gonna nitpick. I don't know why there are 3 lanes. That is not. This is not a safe target range to have multiple people competing on at one time. It does not have hazard markings. There's no, like clear angles of fire. Passed very nicely. With your skill, I'm very happy to call you one of the mutant apes. Dude, I'm not happy you're calling me one of the mutant apes. That's like the most insulting thing you could call your special forces. That's, like, what a prick. Yeah, also, yeah, I only shot his picture 3 times. That's a pass with flying colors. Oh, Raiden also.
That was pretty slow. You sure you can handle what's up ahead?
Man, I don't know. I just woke up. I'm a day old.
Don't give me that look. I'm Raiden. I'm part of the mutant apes, just like you.
Well, he looks like an ape. I appreciate that. I'm Oka. Nice to meet you.
Not so fast. First of all, I want to see how good you are.
Dude, I just did this with the other guy. This is a hostile work environment, but I want to point out, perfectly in keeping with the ethos of the Imperial Japanese Army. Oh, I needed to heal. I wasn't aware. Yeah, I needed to do that before this fight started. Okay, that's fine. I got really lucky there. I probably would have had to do the shooting range again. Though I gotta point out, I'm a little concerned that just a Chuck Norris spin kick does 4 times as much damage as using the gun in the combo. For something shooting at 700 meters a second, it really should be like taking chunks out of the man, the wall, her wrist. For anyone who's not a really big lead head, like 454 Casul is like 600 meters a second. 50 AE is about 620. Will we stop this senseless violence?
Their attack pattern was too simple.
Yeah, so she says. Okay, I'm just gonna... This is, like, your first day on the job. This is good advice for anyone starting a new career. If you wake up in a new city, in a new place, possibly having been reanimated with ancient magics of the Emigre manuscript, the first thing you want to do, throw grenades at your coworkers. It's like in prison, you know, you beat up the biggest guy there on the first day, supposedly. It's like that, but with hand grenades.
You're not bad. Glad to have somebody like you on the team.
Well done, Oka. This got weird, didn't it? Now for your final trial. Mutant Apes. Oh, are we a Sentai team? Do we get to pose? Does he call us to order and, like, you know, we just, like, show up superhero land and then strike a pose in front of the camera? Why does this guy keep appearing and disappearing? I want the 3 of you to work together to defeat the enemy. We are a Sentai team. I'm suddenly so happy about this. Yes, sir. He hasn't earned that. Okay, well, let's... Yeah, all right. The other guys healed automatically. I don't know why I didn't. Okay, let's take a quick look. Let's see what I'm working with here. Blades, bracers, guns. Okay. Any? Okay, okay, yeah. We've all just got weapons and grenades. That's fine. Kato's sending us out for his dry cleaning, getting those capes pressed.
Master's watching. Don't screw up.
Dude, I'm the new model. I'm Mark III over here. What do you got? Of course I won't.
Here we go.
Why is his hair like that? Why are we fighting Metal Gear? I mean, okay, I guess on general principle, let's try and combo the thing. I'm not impressed. I'm impressed. Wow! Dude, that was rad! He 6-hit combo and punched him into Oka. Oh, that's so good. Why can't I do that? Okay, new plan. We're recruiting the robot. That said, I mean, I think just stacking combo is the way to go. Like, we have anti-armor bombs, but do we really need them? Maybe. We'll try those next. But I did see, and I'm testing this theory, because it looks like we actually get, we get combo magic. Normally, this is a thing. Normally, I've showed this off once or twice, when we have 4 party members and you combo with everyone in the team, the last person can use a really powerful spell. Apparently we get that with just the 3 of us, because there's only the 3 of us. So, let's find out what it is. What is ape magic? It's super effective. He hates Ian. Does the anti-armor bomb actually work particularly well again? No, it does not. It does less damage than just attacking the armored fighter. It's got a gun! I'm sorry, the flying tank thing from the battleship had like the exact same attack. I don't know why it's funny, but the shell coming in from off screen there's something deeply charming about it. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it feels like the armored fighter that took all 3 of us many, many rounds of attacking to destroy would have been a better investment of resources than a resurrected clone army. Just tossing that out here.
You 3 have done well.
Alright, now shoot Kato.
Yes, Master.
Oka, how do you feel? Is anything hurting you?
I have a slight headache.
That's not uncommon. It will go away soon. You're not yet finished, but you can still work with the other 2. Do your best, Soon you'll have your full powers.
Yes, Master.
Didn't we get arrested?
What's going on? We're locked up for 3 days and then suddenly they let us out?
Thank you, Joaquin. Good read.
Us. I guess they don't care anymore.
That was pretty cold-hearted of Corando to take off on his own like that.
Corando is not that kind of person.
Huh? What's that? What'd you say? Oh, I get it.
Why are you looking at me like that?
You're turning all red.
Kill you.
Cut it out, you two.
Look over there.
Oh, it's him.
There you are. It took a while to get you out. I'm sorry about that.
You're the one who got us out?
Yes, I vouch for you all. It's my way of saying thank you for saving my daughter.
Okay, we got to talk
Well,
about this guy.
Actually,
Yes, I know. Your Anastasia here was carrying papers that list her as a goodwill ambassador from Russia. Since I saw that, I have been wondering why you came to Japan.
Goodwill Ambassador?
You had papers saying that?
My father gave me them in case I ever traveled overseas.
Now that's an emperor.
yeah, a real Superman.
He's better than Superman.
Shall we go, Yuri, Anne? And you are...
Anne?
That's your new name, Karen. I didn't want them to know that you're German.
Anne?
That was my mom's name.
Anne? That's not your name?
No, it's Karen.
Well, either way, come on.
Come on.
We gave them a false name for this diplomatic courier because we don't want them to know you're a member of a belligerent nation. Fun fact. We'll be talking in the course of the episode a little bit about Japan in World War One, because we are in Japan and World War One is raging in the rest of the continent. Japan was part of the Entente in the First World War. That is to say, like, Britain and France and eventually the United States once we got off of our, express corn-fed American derrieres by about 1917. So Japan absolutely in a state of open hostility with Germany during the First World War. Really, the bulk of Japan's action in in WW1 is them effectively conquering and stealing German colonial possessions in mainland China. Which, again, a cynical man might note that has less to do with the fact that there's a war on, and more to do with the countervailing imperial ambitions of Japan. We'll talk more about that. Also, welcome to Rune Soldier Dan as well. Yeah, most likely the Japanese already went, crud, we arrested the Tsar's daughter. Yeah, no, that's that is in fact an entirely valid read on the situation. Like, we don't know why Anastasia Romanoff is on our battleship. Again, active deployment during the First World War. Mikasa was part of effectively the Coast Guard, like the Home Naval Guard. So she wasn't going on long cruises, but it was a warship in a time of war. We don't know how she got on board, but okay, no one hurt her. You shot her 39 times. Okay, well, she's still alive. Send her back to her father. Hey, Majimo boys, how you doing? I know we dipped into our items a little bit last time, simply because we had to, have all hands on deck with the party. And we're swimming in cash. Whatever. Let's splurge a little. Yeah, we really aren't gonna have unlike the first Shadow Hearts, the soul rating for like spirit points, soul points is a lot less of an ongoing concern. Like we have items which eliminate it entirely, but also just like, you know, we only have a couple party members who are short on it. We can usually work around that. Let's get our camping supplies back up. We're just gonna really stock up here. Karando robbed us. I bought that boy a new sword. It was $8 grand. I gave him one of our corals, right? Like one of the lariats or the pendants. He took it and he ran. Oh, I'm salty about that. Okay, you know what? New plan for the Japan arc. Hunt down Karando and get his wallet. No discount. Oh, but we are now a rank A customer. We got the gold card, as well as getting further discounts and bonuses. You'll be exempt from penalties when you Wait, what penalty? What penalties? Hang on, Marshmallow Boys. What penalties? Paying full price isn't a penalty. That's just commerce. Now I'm super paranoid about what I've been missing. Okay, well, you know what? That's fine. We'll work around that. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Where was the old man? Somewhere in Yokohama streets. We'll see if we can find Nanawa Kawashima again. So, a real dude, and we will also have, what is this? Oh, more random tarot cards lying around. We're going to have a little bit of a story of two Yoshikos, or one story in two parts, because this gets a little weird, and after I advance the plot, and I have a moment, I will elaborate on what I mean. I hate your hat. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. Obviously, it's the building with the save point on front. Oh right, and that was the Hojo Research and Experiment Lab. Apparently, it was all a plot by Hojo. I had no idea. Never suspected. So, what do you got, old man? Is it a plot to destabilize the government of mainland China? Because foreshadowing is a literary device. Karando says, "Welcome back, everyone. Hey, thanks for that gear. I split. I don't like the cops." Oh, Karando! Yo! Don't you need to say thank you?
Thank you for helping me.
Not at all. My pleasure. Glad to have been of service.
What are you going to do now? Okay, are we going to recruit another princess? That's a question. Because Yoshiko Kawashima is adopted, and proper name, or at least I should say birth name, would be Aisingyo Shonyu, fourth princess of the Qing Dynasty. I'm just saying, we can start collecting princesses. We'll arm them. We'll point them at our enemies. We only came here to Yokohama to visit a grave. Yo, we came to fill some, son. A grave? Metal Gear. Well, you know people are trying to kill you, right? Why visit a grave? Where better to be killed? Duh. I know. I don't expect you to understand. The foreigner's cemetery is just outside town. I take a steam train from the capital to go there. Why don't you all come along?
It'd make things more cheerful.
Yes, nothing's as cheerful like dead foreigners buried on the outskirts of Yokohama in 1915.
Well... What is it? You're worried we'll be attacked again. Well, don't worry about that. I'll be there.
Yeah, you did a bang-up job last time.
Look, I know you're a pretty tough guy, but... Trust me, those men won't show their faces for a while. They haven't got time to be bothered with us. So, shall we get going?
Okay, yeah, sure, but I'm gonna try to loot your house before we go. Oh man, they got a 1.5 foot tall ledge. I can't. I want to know what's behind his table. I can't. If only I had vertical leap. So, okay, I just want to point out the last session. Well, so far, the narrative has been extremely kind to the Imperial Japanese Navy circa 1915. It probably shouldn't be. This is the institution which is associated with the motivational phrase that the beatings will continue until morale improves. Okay, that said, much like the reports that Luigi Cadorna applied decimation to his own troops in the Italian front, I have not been able to find definitive sources saying that that is actually, you know, like a posted bulletin on Japanese battleships of the era. But it wouldn't be far off. Karen notes, something's not right.
Something's different. Somehow.
Geppetto, you never been here before, man. Don't front. You a tourist.
But we gotta keep going, right?
Why? Oh, okay. Apparently we're going to be right back into the next dungeon. Well, that's awesome, because I got a lot of stuff to talk about. You know, is it wrong to educate you about history in a dungeon? I don't think so. No. So, yeah, the narrative is much kinder to the Japanese Navy than it is the Army, suggesting that the Army would stoop so low as to, you know, like, kidnap civilian girls, and that would be loathsome conduct. Dude, I'm going to toss this out here. The Imperial Japanese military had, like, standing policy of kidnapping for applying coercive pressures to the civilian government. They did that shit all the time. So, like, what? Okay, regular, pleasant, you know, pleasant enough cemetery. Obviously the foreigner's cemetery, given the number of, you know, cruciform graves. And Dark Souls 1. Super duper. Okay, well, let's see what's going. We're gonna check out the kiln of the First Flame. We're gonna beat up Lord Gwyn because he has outstayed his welcome. Let's see how this goes. I'm drawing the line at the... Chat, bear with me here. Would you walk onto this? Would you willingly step foot in a circle of mystic blue flames over what is obviously a Taoist seal? I'm just... How are we winning this war? Man, how did we beat Rasputin? That guy had style. Fine, let's trigger this trap. I'm embarrassed to be here. Like, Lucia, okay, she maybe doesn't get out of the house much. Anastasia is a literal child, and Blanca is a wolf. Everybody else should know better. Oh no, it was a trap.
This sure is one ugly place.
I wouldn't want my tomb to be in a place like this.
Hey, look!
Yo, turn out his pockets. We're gonna get that gear back.
Princess,
Oh, we get to fight Karando? I'm suddenly so happy for this stream. Bring it on, pretty boy.
Whoa. This guy confused too?
Okay, hear me out. But yeah, so obviously one of our party members has been possessed because we walked into an obvious evil magical circle. I'm embarrassed to be here. Tsukiyomi, okay, you know, surprisingly progressive. He has a goddesses fusion. I'm down with that. And a lot of health. Okay, wow, he is tougher than the previous boss. Alright, well, we'll get Arc Rage. Next time we'll get Arc Gale off Karen. And next time I will hopefully not screw up my combo in the second burst. Okay, hits hard. We definitely can't survive 2 of those in a row, but we can work with that. Gale will give us the upper hand here. A bit concerned that Joaquin is in Golden Bat form. That would one-shot Joaquin. But yeah, let's heal Karen. Let's just stay. Let's play it safe for now. Can we get a ring out? Like, we just knock him to the edge of the platform? Does that count? I'm not sure how it can take 0 damage when defending. I don't like it. As noted, capable of one-shotting Golden Bat Joaquin. We've got dog magic, it's okay. They should have killed me when they had the chance on it. Don't. Yeah, the disadvantage of Golden Bat, you double attack power, half the health and defense. Like, I can't complain so much because I have gotten really lucky with Grand Papillon pops, including against, like, True Form Nikolai. So, like, you know, you gotta take the good with the bad. But I think I'm going to change to Gaudion. The big sword swings seem to hit our boy if he's like knocked back or knocked down. And the sort of like lumbering hits from our big you know, kaiju here, I think will be a bit more effective. But yeah, so while I'm fighting this incarnation of the Shinto gods, Nanawa Kawashima, the old man, the kindly old man, diplomatic functionary, whatever, adopted father of Yoshiko Kawashima the younger. Oh, dude, why Yakim again? Come on, man. Come on, guy. Not cool. Alright, fine, I'll keep beating you up. But yeah, so, like many of the, random figures that we're meeting throughout our weird, wacky, and sometimes wonderful journey in Covenant, Nanawa Kawashima is a real person from history. And the dude kinda sucks. I'm gonna have to be honest with you. The kindly old man here in actual history is what was euphemistically referred to as a, quote, continental Ronin. This is a term I was not familiar with before researching this episode at greater length, and I kind of had to figure out, like, what does that even mean? And so it turns out that part of the Meiji Restoration was the shogun being put in a box, semi-literally, and the old samurai nobility getting a little bit defanged. Also, I'm going to cancel this fusion. We're burning soul points here. But there were a lot of, going along with that, there was a lot of these sort of intersigned violence, often street level, daggers and short blades in the streets of Kyoto, was the secret police of the time, effectively what they were, the Shinsengumi, government cops who were in charge of cracking down on crime, also anyone who was disagreeing with the government. Imagine how those things just kind of overlap. Easy. But a lot they killed a lot of people. And one of the things that they were focused on was basically breaking the old the power and prestige of the samurai, who had, again, they were an active feudal class up to that point, but they were not an asset to these sort of more modernized Japan that they were trying to bring into being. And another reason that we had things like the Setsumu Rebellion, the samurai, already upset that they were getting edged out economically by the merchant class, are now getting straight up just, like, suppressed. Their top knots getting cut off, having to turn in their swords, etc., or hang them up on the mantle forever, and having to play second fiddle to just middling government bureaucrats. So the Shinsengumi do a lot of that. Some of the samurai who do not play along with this become continental Ronin. They exile themselves from the Japanese home islands. They go onto the continent. They make their way into China, and I'm lacking easy historic analog. The British would have called them merchant adventurers. The continental Ronin is a non-government affiliated, just a dude. Many of them were former samurai. That their shtick is, yeah, they don't have a place in prestige in Japan proper, but they still are going to attempt to further the interests of the Japanese state. And they're basically like a weird mixture of murderous tourists, spies, saboteurs, and kind of like, they prop up local criminal elements, anything they can do to, quote, further Japanese interest in China, which is anything they can do to weaken the country, be it supporting criminals or, interfering with the operation of the Chinese military, out-and-out spying, espionage, sabotage, and it's one of those things that, of course, we're going to disavow all knowledge, and well, gosh, what can we do? These are just people, right? These aren't government agents. They're just folks. Too bad about all that, right? But that's who Nanawa Kawashima is in real life. He is one of these extra-national, like, raconteurs and spies, effectively, working on destabilizing China and Manchuria and Manchukuo for the benefit of the Japanese state. So this kindly old grandpa routine, I don't buy it. Also, oh dude, we stole his Lingard. We got his Funduche. I'm not sure. I'm probably just gonna equip it on him again. General principle: you don't take a man's drawers.
Corando, wake up!
Oh, Lady Anastasia. You okay? What happened anyway?
Well, you see, I came to the graveyard, then suddenly I felt dizzy, and everything went black. Master, Princess, where are they?
Get a hold of yourself. We're inside some kind of boundary. One false move could get us killed.
A boundary?
That's right. We've all been sealed inside this strange otherworld.
Corando, they used you as bait to finish us off.
How do we get out of here?
I say we find the one who sent us here and do a little friendly persuading.
As a rule, the only way out is through. Corando is a special fusion. He is also a harmonizer. He has a special fusion ability called Demon Morph. Just like Yuri's, the levels of Corando's fusion monsters can be raised with Soul Charge. I mean, I have to double check this. I seem to recall that Corando only has the one form. And did that fight not counter anything? Blanca's fully healed already. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just surprised. Let's give Corando back... Oh, he's still got his Lingard. See, that's fine. I was going to say, otherwise we're going to have to give him back his jockstrap before Anastasia gets weird with it. I'm walking... Because I want to walk forward again and have the fog part in this otherworldly Shinto hell that we have been banished to, a boundary between life and death, in a graveyard outside of Yokohama. And I just really want to once again reveal that we are joined ahead of time by Pierre and Gerard Majumel. Hi guys, how you doing? On the run again. Oh, how did we end up wandering into this mess when we are headed for the city? His accent got worse. I don't know. Oh, well, not to worry. Wherever there are customers, now then, what will be? Look, there has in no JRPG have there ever been more dedicated merchants than the Majumel brothers. Same inventory that they had in Yokohama, however, so we're fine. We don't actually need to buy anything. I do not have any queer smut to trade to Pierre, so we'll just move on from there. And yeah, well, we're trapped in another world here. Let's wander into the end of Persona 4. The stars are a little bit ominous. Is this supposed to mean something to me? Huh. I mean, I guess I'm inclined to go with blue over red. We'll find out. Are they Elder Gods? Dude, it's a valid question. consider the cosmology we operate in. Yes, they could absolutely be like manifestations of the great outside order. And it's like, yeah, no, we just don't worry about it. We want to make sure you're equipped. Do you have tents? You're gonna need tents. I did want, yeah. While thinking about it, I did want to check Kurando. Yeah, he has the one fusion. I'm pretty sure he only has the one fusion. Kind of sexy. I'm not gonna lie. I like that a lot. Light class, so pretty good against most demons and gribblies. Shockingly blue eyes. A bit alarming for the culture, but so it goes. Am I gonna soul charge that? No, because I'm probably not gonna use Kurando at all. Maybe I should. Maybe I should challenge myself. Or maybe I'm pretty sure he has a dungeon where I have to use him. We'll give Tsukiyomi a couple of levels here. We got plenty of soul energy. Okay, I love the name, Star Shadow. What is that? Hell's Light and Star's Shadow. Oh, okay. It's a super elixir full recovery for one ally, which means we'll never use it because the fusion character is not our healer. Whatever. Okay, well let's get lost in this purgatory. But yeah, anyway, so Nanawa Kawashima, a real guy, kind of sucks. Works on actively destabilizing China for the advantage of Japanese imperialism. This is a time and a place in history where China really didn't need any help being destabilized, if we're being honest. What is going on? Okay, little monkey guy I like. I love it. Little monkey ghoul. I feel like we've seen a similar little like dancing banner thing way earlier in the game. It feels familiar, but I can't place it. I think in the Nemean Ruins, back in Wales. I love this. I absolutely love this for a ghost. The floating no masks around the obvious kabuki costume. That's so good. Wow. Cool. I don't even mind that we're trapped in purgatory anymore. That's great. I mean, I'm gonna have Karam blow him up with an explosive sword. That's about to happen. But I'm still really enjoying it, on general principle. Yeah, I guess let's try to dial in the health on some of these terrible gribblies. His health, not enough. His pock, Tupac, your pock, none. Gold Battle absolutely wreck it, so no worries there. Okay, these things are all kind of weenie so far.
I like this shape the best.
That is a lot of XP and cash for an easy fight. Alright. I mean, I'm not too proud. Like, I'm not really... This is odd. I'm not really over-leveled if you think of, like, Kurando put up a fight. Tarusugi, the Child Guardian. Ha ha ha, so which way will you choose? Okay, well, we chose the blue star previously. So, I guess I'll choose the blue star again? Yeah, I got a treasure chest out of it. And a calming charm? What is that? I don't know what that is. Why am I asking you? Let's check our inventory. It looks like that was a key item. That is not a yin-yang charm. Who wrote this description? I'm embarrassed to be here. A charm to suppress strange phenomenon. It is effective at revealing curses cast upon temple gates by evil masters of yin-yang forces. Is it racist if it's a Japanese studio butchering their own historic mythology? Back to the start again. Okay, so the red gate put me back to the second red gate put me back to the start. The save point attacked me. Gone.
Guess I don't know my own strength.
Yeah, Uriel trying to front after beating up like little dancing candelabra. Like we're in the most violent remake of Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, be our guest. Be our guest. Put our purgatory to the test. You'll be here forever. So enjoy hospital, whatever. Excuse me, our hospitality, whatever. Okay, so we went blue, got nowhere. Blue, red put us back to the start, so let's go red. The talisman seal blocking the way has disappeared. Okay, so we needed the talisman to get through it. Cool. Any clue? This is not a signpost. This is not interactable. Let's stick with our left-hand rule and try this path first. Hey, yo, evil spirits. You like Wagner? At this point, almost ring perfect for that.
That was a piece of cake.
But yeah, so before I dive into our story of two Yoshikos, just a more general notes in Japan in the First World War. So yeah, they're pretty much only participating to steal colonial holdings from Germany. Japan, again, has only been like a modernized, in quotes, nation for like 40 years by this point. And they come to the conclusion that what they really want, because they need things like, metal and coal and fuel and supplies, to be a first-rate power. Man, I don't... I'm going to be going in circles in this place. But no, they decide what they need is what all the other, first-rate powers of the world have, and that is an empire. That is to say, colonies of other nations, which they have subverted to their will and are looting for supplies. We remind you, the real enemy was, is, and remains imperialism. Dog laser. And the First World War provides an apt chance, because no one can complain, right? They're not just conquering a neighbor; they're fighting Germany, and they do so. And they launch a, they are geographically much more able to rapidly mobilize and put troops on the ground in China, being immediately next door, than Germany, who has all of Asia to cross, very limited railway options. Most of them are controlled by Russia, who they are also at war with. They would have to get through Russia. There's a whole lot. Germany's colonies are pretty much written off. They put very little effort into trying to defend them from Japan because, how. Shandong and Tsingtao are occupied by the Imperial Japanese during the war, and they, the paper thin figment that they are just fighting Germany, who happens to be in China, very quickly goes away. Once they've gotten rid of that German presence in China, they're like, well, we see no reason to stop now. Do you know which is the correct path, light, right, or left? Round and round, still lost are you. If you don't want to get lost, all you need to do is pick one of us twins. Hee hee hee. Oh, they're both gonna say that. Okay. We picked the left path, and we came around in a circle and ended up in the same spot. Logic would dictate that means we have to take the right-hand path. But I think it's a double bluff. I'm going to go left again. We got a Dispelling Charm. Awesome. I assume that is going to be the same. That's probably for that other red star gate back at the front. Let's find out. But also, let's double check that just in case it's something silly. I kind of love that we're still carrying around all of the old key items. Like, we've got this rope ladder and a lantern. Like, you never know. We might need it. Again, yeah, evil spirits, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this just isn't fair. This is going to be brutal.
You can't beat us that easily.
The Karen is crashing this plane with no survivors. Wow. Yeah, no damage, ring perfect. 3,200 XP. I wish they were all that easy. Yeah, what was I saying? Okay, yeah, so Japan basically evicts Germany from their imperial holdings in China during the First World War, and then decides, look, we're just going to keep conquering China. Boy howdy, they of course they do this. They're mostly trying to take like ports and rail nexuses. Okay, yeah, this blue gate should go up. There should be a red star, and we're going to try that other Dispelling Charm and see if that lets us through now. Sure did. Okay. Man, I'm good at video games. Okay. As the war starts winding down with Russia signing Brest-Litovsk, Litovsk, excuse me, and, it's like, okay, well, the Japanese sentiment is, okay, we did pretty well for ourselves. We got prefectural holdings in China. Awesome. Hey, China, if you want us to stop continuing to invade you, here is a list of 21 points, 21 demands that you have to accede to, and cool, we'll call it squaresies. I don't have the full list for you, but basically, like, it's kind of exactly what you'd expect, right? It's territorial concessions, it's trade concessions, monopolies, favorable prices. It's a lot of mineral exploitation. The final set, I want to say like the final 6 or 7 of the 21 demands are where it gets really spicy. Like, Japan will control China's police and military. And be allowed to install their own court system for their own their Chinese Japanese citizens in China. This is a full-on surrender of sovereignty, and obviously China refuses to go along with that. But that was probably the intent, frankly. Like, if they would have gone for it, great. The Japanese would not have complained. Like, cool. We included that in the treaty so that we could have wiggle room and negotiating room. But hey, they said yes. Awesome. Better for us. The worst of those concessions are struck. Most of the 21 points, I think, are still adopted, and Japan sort of takes a big chunk economically out of mainland China during the course of the First World War. Again, if you've never heard of Japan being involved in the First World War, it's mostly because they used it as a land grab in Asia, and had little effect internationally beyond that. And what do we got here? We got a cutscene.
Huh?
I am Garan, Oracle and Guardian of the Great
He's got a pillow.
Huh? What?
You who would do harm to my country, you and Kawashima's little dog Kurando, I'll send you all to hell. What's the matter? Are you so afraid that you cannot speak?
Gross.
You'll pay for that.
Pretty sure this is racist. Again, Japanese studio, I guess they're allowed. Incidentally, there's still some debate. I am strongly leaning towards Shadow Hearts 3 from the New World for the next title that I play in this socket. If only so that we can see the same studio applying the same lens of historic juiciness to the continental United States, baby, that they have applied to things like, Britain, Wales, Italy, and Japan. So what do we got? We're going to do some buffing this round. I'm not super worried about the combo. We're going to Arc Shield, then we will Arc Gale and Arc Rage. And don't tell me combo break. I know it's a combo break. Don't hit me with that. Good. Alright, yeah. Let's get we're going to get the party running on all cylinders. And then we're going to beat up a 3-foot-tall man on a floating pillow. Because we're the real heroes. What happened to Joaquin? I can't tell. I feel like I do feel like I probably should have wiped out some of the Paraparas. I'm not sure if they're going to buff him or not. If they do, it's only fair. You're gonna combo me for 2 damage? Oh, okay. He's a powerful sorcerer. Cool. Good for him. Well, just so he can't do any more comboing, let's get rid of the defenseless little happy dancing flagpole thing. Gowan. Alright. And let's beat this guy up. We've got everybody else before he goes again, so let's do that. Let's get invisible Joaquin in on this goodness. And now let's beat up an actual child. I look at that screenshot of a fully grown woman with a sword, just working the body of this poor levitating sorcerer, and I ask myself, Deathtron Hammond. You can't see it, but it's coming. I have to check. 1227 might be a new record. That might be worse than we did Rasputin. Hey, yo! Oh, no, you didn't. My girl! Okay, he just stole all of Karen's MP. Rude? Alright, so she needs her MP. She's one of our better, our better support casters. She at least needs some MP. I'll play your game, you rogue. Okay, who we got? Oh, we got everybody before he goes again. Yeah, oh man, our Gale is so good. Okay, I could play smart and heal up and do some of this. Now I'm going to try to get a 4-person combo because I don't like this little guy. I do not appreciate him attempting to hinder Karen's contributions to this fight. I like Karen. Or Anne, as she will be known while she's in Japan. Foreshadowing is a literary device. Much like Deathtron Hammer. But yeah, anyway, so as I said, Japan agrees to a lot of the least egregious, though still somewhat exploitive, points laid out for a peace with Japan to basically get out of being invaded during the First World War. And that's pretty much, again, Japan's contribution to the conflict. The last thing of note that I really want to talk about with Japan in the First War is when the war is ending. There's the formation, largely under the auspices of American President Woodrow Wilson, of the League of Nations. And there is the entire books and entire collegiate courses have been written about the largely ill-fated work of the League of Nations at this time. But basically, there's the brief idea when we naively still call World War I the war to end all wars. There's the thought that, okay, this one got out of hand. Millions are dead. The countries are devastated. But we learned from this. We'll definitely not do it again. And Wilson pushes for the, look, the heads and delegations of all of the modernized nations of the world will get together, and we'll talk things out, and we'll apply soft power so we won't have another world war. Those of you with even a passing attendance of the History Channel will know that obviously that doesn't work. But so it goes. Oh, he stole Yuri's MP. I don't care about Yuri's MP. Yuri can combo just fine without MP. But one of the, I bring this up specifically in regards to Japan, because one of the things that is put on the table as there are the, the Declaration of the Universal Rights of Man, which, Wilson's, 14 points? I forget the exact number. I do this off the cuff. I don't have a script for this. I just read short notes and I try to remember what they mean in context. The Japanese delegation to the League of Nations puts forth a declaration of universal human equality. Basically, it doesn't matter what nation you are from. It doesn't matter your nationality or your background. You are a person, whole and complete, and should be treated with equal dignity in the eyes of the international community. An answer which, at a shockingly modern and progressive viewpoint, it is one, of course, I happen to agree with, much like Deathtron Hammer. Now, it's worth noting that Japan is shockingly racist at the time. They consider the Chinese to be subhuman. But this is not about, like, this is not hippy-dippy progressive politics. This is about, like, the unequal treaties of the late 1800s really had an infantilizing tone towards Asian peoples. The Japanese and the Chinese in particular, though Korea got no better on the stick. That they were, they were, primitive and in need of guidance and all this. They wrote this shit down. This ended up in the actual treaties. You can check the text of this. It's all recorded. Look at the Smithsonian if you don't believe me, though you should believe me. And the Japanese are basically interested in, they want it on paper with this whole new League of Nations. Like, we're not having this, like, state-sponsored, state-mandated, passive-aggressive racism where all you Westerners are better than us. No, we have a seat at the table, we have a seat at the table. Let's be adults. That's their only interest. Like, that's as far as their, like, intent of this, declaration of universal human equality goes. It's for treaty decisions. It's a business decision. Well, the press, particularly in the United States, gets a hold of this. And there is an absolute feeding frenzy at the, shall we say, conservative and traditional American element, at the idea that, what? The Japanese say they're as good as us white people? Heck no. And there is a huge backlash from the press at the time. Ooh, also, I think 45 hits is a new record. Oracle Ealings, so we'll have to check that out. We got another crest. I'm so far behind in keeping up with those. Also, we stole 31 grand from this guy. I just want the pillow. I'll give him the cash back. I want his floating pillow. It's so cute.
Oh, you impudent pups! I'll let you go.
Yo, big talk when you lost.
He was pretty tough. Old baby head.
You shouldn't underestimate him.
The other world. It's disappearing.
Oh, they're just hanging out? Yo, thanks for helping with the monsters, you dinks.
Master! Princess!
Huh?
We told you not to come to the cemetery. I hope that's acknowledged.
Something to thank you. You've saved me twice now.
Forgive me. It was my carelessness.
Nobody got hurt, so it's fine.
That's true.
Yeah, there we go. Yes, the other Yoshiko Kawashima.
So this is the grave, huh?
Guess so.
This is where my other daughter is buried.
So you had another daughter?
Yuri, you met her. She was a mid-game antagonist in the first Shadow Hearts.
My real daughter, Yoshiko, was killed in Shanghai 1 year ago.
Not by Yuri.
Yoshiko Kawashima? Lieutenant Colonel Kawashima?
her? It seems that you and I are truly bound together by fate. My beautiful daughter dead in a foreign land over some ridiculous power struggle. It's my fault I didn't protect her. Thank you for coming today. I am sure my daughter would be glad too.
I'm letting the cutscene breathe here, but I have thoughts.
Was she? Did you know her very well?
Yeah, I knew her. She was very smart. And she was very brave. I think that sometimes she might have pushed herself a little too hard. But she was a good person.
That's a stretch. Okay, cool. I mean, Yuri's not going to speak ill of the dead. I will. I think you all know that by now. What is happening to his crotch?
Hojo, how goes the experiment?
Ah, Lieutenant Colonel Kato.
Minister Ishimura says that you plan to extract a monster from his soul force.
Yes, much has happened in this last month. The monster within him has been deeply submerged and has become quite weakened. We must act now before his health returns and he regains control over it.
What in the goddamn Hojo?
The new vessel. Will it be able to contain the power?
I cannot be certain. It will surely be powerful, yes. But I don't believe it will be able to destroy the world as you think.
It's a fact. If it heals and its power is released, it could easily destroy this city.
I don't believe that.
Once Nikolai's powers are removed, he'll be useful in our negotiations with Russia.
I suppose so. I don't know much about politics. I'm just happy to be able to carry on such fascinating research.
A pity.
Take care he doesn't die, but this time, raise it to the maximum.
Okay, not to 50.
More power! Even more! Ah, good. It's working. It was more than the animal could handle. His power is still flowing.
Hey, yo, you killing dogs on my dime?
Subject. We'll need to prepare some sort of special vessel.
I'm in charge of this monkey show now, Frankenstein, and I want to know what you've been doing with my time. Oh, good, it works.
a glimpse of his power.
Negative power incarnate.
Ken, Raiden, get out of there!
Yes, Master!
Master, can we fight back?
Absolutely not. Get out of there!
Yes, sir!
But why? Now would be an excellent chance to test their powers. Let them fight.
Yeah, what is the plan with it rampaging around your research lab here, buddy? Oh, good, it breathes fire.
Ian!
Go on without me!
Master, can I fight?
No.
It's gone!
No. It can teleport.
We've got to get it back!
Still a better story than the most recent Jurassic Park entries.
Master.
Master?
Over the line.
What the reason? Never disobey my orders.
Forgive me, Master, but I...
Ignore an order from me once more, and you'll die an early death.
Yes, sir.
Okay, obviously villainous. Again.
Go after the monster. But if you find it, it's not to be hurt. Is that clear?
Yes, sir!
Fairly accurate for the Imperial Japanese Army. $1893? Man, let me get my foot in here.
Ah,
It's good to see you again, Sensei.
so
Oh, it's yours, Dad.
when did you get back?
Yesterday. I wanted to come back earlier, but it was difficult to find the time.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. I must say it's much hotter here in the capital than it is in Nara, don't you think?
Yes.
Forgive me. There's no one here right now. Some tea?
Oh, don't concern yourself. I have to be going soon anyway.
Have you decided yet about the matter we discussed?
We're going to be leaving Japan next week.
Oh, really? That seems very sudden. What about Anne? And your child? You're going to be gone for a long time.
I'm planning on taking them with me.
Oh, is that right? But what about the child? What was his name again?
Yuri.
Oh, yes. Yuri. He must be about 3 now.
Yes. I'm going to be raising him in mainland China.
Oh? That will be good. Unlike Japan, he'll be able to meet people from different countries there. He'll grow up to be a good man.
Sensei,
Hmm?
it will be a few years. No, perhaps never. I may never be able to come back to Japan.
What did you say? Don't say that.
Our greatest enemy, Dehuai, has his base in Shanghai. We've got to move against him carefully. I'm counting on you if I fail.
Yuga.
I've got to be going now.
I see. I'll be praying for your safety. When you return here, we'll have a drink. Take good care of yourself.
Yes, sir.
Also, quick question. Why did you name your only son after sapphic love in Japanese? Ah, slept like a log.
What an amazing picture.
Where is everyone?
They all went to hang out in town. Yuri seemed all confused that his father and Nanawa knew each other. Karen took him out to take his mind off it.
Oh, okay. Well then, I'm off to explore now too. Hey yo, Joaquin, my boy, shouldn't you be taking that, stone fixture from this Zen garden? Nice stone fixture, right? Nice statue.
People are gonna think the circus came to town when they see you.
Also, little rude of Anastasia.
Oh, forget it. I'll come with you.
I guess Mukyoan is the looks like the town, looks like the estate we were just at. So let's check out Nihonbashi. I'm not gonna lie, I have I'm not seeing this for the first time. I've played this game before. I don't remember any of these sequences with any reliability. It's pretty great. It's like I'm seeing them for the first time. Bigger than a tiger, a bear, entity seems... Oh, okay, the monster escaped. That's great. Oh, okay, so the Hojo Lab is somewhere in town. Or near town. This is Japan's capital, the imperial city of Greater Tokyo. Beautiful, huh? It rivals its western counterparts. The Edoite. Not a appellation I have ever seen before. But, yeah, what was I talking about? Okay, yeah, League of Nations. So, yes, indeed. Ethno-state nationalism, and the opponent is the United States oligarchy. Yeah, it's a huge hullabaloo. Let me tell you, United States super racist, and most of literally the clear majority of the constituent nations. Dude. I'm going to finish my thought real quick, then I'm going to save my game, and then I'm going to get back in the ring with Great Gamma here in Nihonbashi. Yeah, man, that immediately obliterated my train of thought. I want more wrestling. We get my favorite move next. I'm so happy for this session. This has been a good one, even with all the cutscenes. Anyway, so there's a clear majority of the constituent members of the League of Nations vote in favor of Japan's declaration of universal human equality. I think it's like 10-4 or something. It's overwhelmingly popular on the standards, and because there is such a outcry in the United States, mostly in the press, which then makes its way around, of, oh, the Japanese say that they're equal with us. That Wilson, President Woodrow Wilson, vetoes it. He kiboshes that, despite the clear and overwhelming majority of nations saying, yeah, this seems like a great thing that we should declare to try and get out, for future diplomacy in the international space. And he's like, nah, son, we're not going to do that. Thanks for impeding Germany in the war, comma, though. And this is sort of now okay. This is really like the last point that Japan is involved in international diplomacy. They become very insular in the 20s, going into the 30s. There's the expansion of basically the military junta government. They double down in imperialism. They invade Manchuria. They start what will become the conflict that is World War II, well before a mustachioed former painter in Germany gets up in arms with his own invasions of his neighbors. And there's a degree of thought in scholarship about international history that like snubbing Japan so openly and so obviously in the League of Nations after the First World War is really like it's a nail in the coffin for the finality of, well, okay, it's all of the Western nations saying, like, looking down our aggressively large noses at them and saying, yeah, nice try, kids. No, you are our inferiors, and we want that legally recognized in the international community. So Japan walks away from the table, effectively. They double down on their own imperialism, their own fascism, and that will pay dividends in the 30s and 40s. Now, the debate, that's true, that happens. The debate is, would things have gone differently if Wilson had not kiboshed that declaration, if the League of Nations had been able to demonstrate, even to its own constituent members, that it was a serious institution and worthy of support of the people that were part of it? And that's a very good question. We have new weapons for the rest of the party. Yeah, we'll pick up a new claw for Yuri, and a new rasp. We'll have treats when Joaquin meets back up with the crew. We'll pass these out. Yeah, get some armor, get some stoles, excuse me. And then we're gonna fight Great Gamma and maybe get her teeth kicked in. I don't know. I don't remember this fight. I only remember what we get out of it. 50% discount. How bad can this ring be? Let's find out. It's really bad. Wow. Did you see that? There was no space on that whatsoever. But yeah, no. Would Japan have gone in a different route if the League of Nations had not proven to be like toothless and super racist to them? Honestly, I'm not, as your host, I'm not comfortable making that claim. They were already well on the path towards, they wanted an empire. They doubled down on that with the First World War. They were, as a nation, already deeply insular, deeply military focused. Though, again, they spend the years between the First and Second World War, dismantling civilian government, and basically having the military run things. It's the Shogunate 2.0. I personally find it unlikely that is different if there is the League of Nations that saying, yeah, oh, cool, everybody's on the same page. We're all equals here, because everything else that the League of Nations does is also toothless, effectively. So even if Japan had gotten that, I really don't think they would have stayed at the table in any meaningful capacity. But this is the stuff of alternate history. Put Harry Turtledove on it. I'm not your man for that. In the meantime, Great Gamma to round out the session. Teacher, what are you doing here?
Yo, Joaquin, my boy!
I remembered my accent! The path of spirited young men knows no borders. How about it? Ready to give me a little of your sweat? But what are you doing here in Japan? Dude, he's the reigning international heavyweight champion. He travels. He does exhibition matches. Keep up. I had a whole lesson about it, Joaquin. Weren't you paying attention? What could be better? Men rubbing flesh, slamming bodies together here under the open sky. Wouldn't you agree, my boy? I hope his body can take it. Of course! Anastasia's getting an education she is not prepared for. Hey, boy! Why don't you show me a little of your sweat, then? You got it! Here we go, then! Grah! He just said grah, you know. That's a... Oh yeah, that's the answer I wanted to hear, my boy! Grah! Keep your eye open! Today I'll be hitting you with an even deadlier attack in the 5th turn! It's nice of him to let us know that. The Ultimate Buster. If it gets to turn 4, we need to defend. And chat, I'm going to be counting on you to keep me honest. In the meantime, Deathtron Hammer. Dare we use his own moves against him? Obviously, yes. $183. How much health does this boy have? And why is he swinging around a Minuteman? Oh, he's just using it to start with. Weak. Oh, but he gets to go twice in a row. That's a problem. Okay, that was 2 rounds. All right, it says I'll get another activation. Okay, so that's he's all right. He's got a lot of health. Okay. I'd prefer to be in Grand Papillon for this, but we don't always get what we want. Another Ultimate Buster. Also, it says Artem Buster. It's the localization team. They were drunk. Try this Ultimate Buster. Like I'll be using it. You'll see. Okay, that was his 3rd activation. I'm going to heal to stay ahead of the game. And we will hit him again. That'll be his 4th activation. Then we need to defend, because I think he's going to use a 5th key on us. Regular viewers will recall that we cheesed Gamma with a 5th key many levels ago to get Deathtron Hammer sooner than we would have been able to. And he's going to return the favor. So that was 4 from him. We need to block. Thank goodness. Because he just hit us 15 times. And, okay, we will heal back up again just to stay ahead of the curve, and then we can keep fighting. I don't think he'll use that on turn 10? I guess we'll find out. We'll hit him with another Deathtron for good measure. I'm super glad he let us know he was going to be using his most powerful attack in the 5th round, because otherwise that would have wrecked us.
It's vaguely funny that he keeps using Ultimate Buster. I've been wanting that attack for myself this whole game. How much health he got left? I feel like, you know, I'm gonna use Grand Slam because Okima's invisible. If I wasn't invisible, I'd try to knock him out with Grand Slam. Oh, he's gonna get 2 activations if I do that. No, we're just gonna fight normally. I do occasionally pay attention to the turn tracker. Grand Slam would work. You know what? Doesn't matter.
Look at my muscles. Oh, right. You can't see.
Oh, we got a new 5th key. Cool, cool, cool. Replace the one I used on him previously.
Well done, my boy! Your toil and sweat have paid off. Accept this new move from me. May it bring you to higher places.
Somewhat literally in this case.
Whenever you want to test your skills, come back to me, my boy. The open air ring will always be waiting for you.
Whew! I'm wiped out. Yeah! Try this! Y'all can be seeing a lot of that in coming sessions. Foreshadowing is jumping onto a turnbuckle to body slam a man. So, definitely gonna go ahead and save after that. We're nearly at time. I'll see if I can hunt down the rest of the crew. Hopefully they don't hit me with, 8 hojillion cutscenes again. Let's find out. Yeah, so I haven't talked much about the Yoshiko Kawashima's plural. Briefly, so Yoshiko Kawashima is a real person. We'll talk about her at greater length in just a moment. The first game, minor antagonist is Yoshiko Kawashima, the daughter of Nanawa Kawashima, who we have met, and we have seen her brave. This game, we have the second Yoshiko Kawashima, who is the adoptive daughter, arguably replacement Goldfish, of Nanawa Kawashima. Now, here's the rub. Okay, how many wings does this city have? I'm gonna get lost in a hurry. But okay, we can't go north. We gotta flip around more. All right, that's fine. So we're being herded in the correct direction. But yeah, Yoshiko Kawashima is a real person, and she is age appropriate in this title. She's about 8 or 9 years old at this point in history. She's a princess of the Qing Dynasty. She's adopted by Japanese, again, continental Ronin, that is to say, like agent provocateur and saboteur of the Chinese state, Nanawa Kawashima. Yeah, she's a legitimate, literal princess. She's educated in Tokyo as a teenager. She becomes something of a little bit of a celebrity, right? Like actual princesses being what they are. Man, more cutscenes. Okay. History will continue until morale improves.
So, are you thinking about your father?
Yeah. I can hardly remember anything from when I was a boy. The funny thing is, I can still hear the sound of that old ship. The one that took the 3 of us to China.
Your father died while fighting this wizard who was planning to destroy all of Japan, is that right?
Yeah.
What a casual thing to suggest to someone.
And your mother?
After my father was killed, monsters attacked us at our house. They were sent by Dehwai, that wizard. They killed my mother. Fate's a strange thing. My father gave his whole life to save Japan, and I'm doing everything I can to try to stop it.
I think I understand him.
Huh?
Yo,
It
Precious
was
sucks, my dude.
Japan. Your father was actually fighting for you. And he was fighting for your mother as well.
For me and my mother?
I told you my family was poor, but that we were once nobility in Munich, right? Growing up, I worked harder than anybody else to keep the honor of our family name. If I succeeded in the army, I thought that it would reflect well on my family. I didn't do it for my country. I did it for my sick, bedridden grandmother that I left at home. But you see, I don't have a home anymore. It's been destroyed by those Sapientes Gladio bastards. That's why I really think that your father did what he did for the wife and the son that he loved.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't want that. I'm fine. It doesn't help to blame fate. It just makes you sad and bitter. Live every moment to the fullest and the future starts to look brighter.
Thanks, Mom.
You're a strong woman, Karen.
Okay, no. Karen is too good for any member of this cast.
That's right. You better remember that.
Damn right. Live up to it, girl. You the moral high ground here. Never forget that.
Wow, this is getting kind of steamy, don't you think?
Quiet. They'll hear you.
What are they doing? Just grab her and plant one on her already. Push her head down like this. Gee, don't be such a wuss. Go and make your move. You can do it. Go. Kiss her.
I
Kiss
think
her.
you
Grab.
need help.
Huh?
Do you remember your mother?
Of course. She met my father when she was in Japan. And it was love at first sight for her.
Was she pretty?
I can't remember her face that clearly.
What was she like?
Why all these questions?
Come on, I just want to know.
Dude, she's into you.
We moved around a lot after we got to China. Finally, we settled in Mulan. But because my father was away so much, my mother and I got to spend a lot of time together. She was a strong woman, but she was lonely too. Is that enough? This is embarrassing.
No way. You're not stopping right now.
Please, come on. She had a hard time growing up, but she was happy in Japan with my dad. Of course, after we moved to China, she would sometimes complain about how her life went. Then she'd always say she'd be happy, no matter where she was, as long as she had me.
Oh.
But whenever I heard that, I became furious at my father for having left us.
Naturally.
It was my mother who named me Yuri.
How did she pick that name?
I guess that was the name of her first lover.
I can't hear what they're saying.
He just said that he loved her.
He really said that?
Wait, you're too loud.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I actually love this bit that they're doing.
Yuri, may I ask you just one more thing?
Yeah, I guess so. You might as well.
Were you in love with Alice?
You remember Alice? There's a story about Alice.
My stomach. My stomach's killing me. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Hey, come on, I'm serious, you know? Yuri, wait!
Cut it out! I swear, I gotta go!
Yo, Karen, you do not ask that about a man's dead girlfriend. What are you doing here? No, huh? What are you up to? What? I was fighting the Great Gamma in that park over there. I learned a new super move. Check me out.
Nothing. Nothing. We were just taking a stroll. Huh? Did you just hear something?
Oh, good. Hey, free boss fight, everybody. What the hell? What's that?
Eek! A monster!
Nikolai! What, you recognize him? That looks nothing like his monster form. Okay, you know, we're post-clock, but I guess we're doing this. Let's go to town. Also, yeah, Japan did nothing wrong. It was that wicked Chinese sorcerer Dehua that caused all the ruckus. Yeah, no doubt. Am I a cynical man? Yeah, sometimes. Okay, well, let's get Gale. You know, it's a little cutscene into boss fight. Yeah, no, they're giving us no time to breathe here. The plot is inconsistent, but boy does it move. I'm so sorry that Joaquin is invisible right now, because I have only one thing to say to you. Try this. I love that the cape is visible. Oh yeah, that took a chunk out of him. I'm happy with that. I mean, take its... fine, we'll break our combo to take its picture. Just in case we get a new ability from it. Should I be dropping 100-ton weight on it? Probably. Why does everyone know that spell? It hurts so much. I hate that. Yo, Anastasia, they've been working out?
Now come to me.
We're gonna use a Gribble to fight a Gribble. Disappointing as hell. Yeah, I don't think that works. That really doesn't work on bosses. I should stop trying. Ah, well. But yeah, since I guess I have another minute here while we're finishing this boss fight. So yeah, the Princess of the King Dynasty is adopted, takes name Yoshiko Kawashima. She's raised in a modern, at the time, Japanese style in Tokyo, and is a bit of a celebrity. She's a real foreign princess, and this is her adopted country. Her father is more infamous than famous. Again, the whole kind of Ronin thing. Meteor fall, don't do that. Oh, it's target Anastasia, that's fine. Do your worst, son. I'm not impressed. That weren't so cool. I mean, I'm gonna use Ultimate Buster, obviously, but Yoshiko Kawashima becomes kind of an infamous figure in her own time. About 1925, so after the course of the game, right? Again, she's 8 or 9 years old at this point, she just one day decides that she's done living as a woman, and given the standards of Japanese femininity at the time, I can't really fault that in any meaningful capacity. And there's a lot of talk about this, but she, gets all gussied up in a kimono and everything, takes one last series of pictures and says, "Okay, I'm done being a woman. I've been looking at this thing that the sociologists are calling, that I am third sexed, as is the terminology at the time, and it's trousers and suit coats from then on out for her, because she's like, yeah, no, I don't want to be a Japanese housewife. I want to do great works and further the interests of Japan, as did my adopted father." And try to accomplish great things as a man. Now, those great things will be in the service of Japanese imperialism, which sucks for everyone. But kudos to her for having a more clear-eyed view of this than, I don't know, conservative America circa literally a century later. It's gone. Yeah, we vaporized it. Job done.
Look, the monster's blood.
Activate your Witcher senses to follow it, to see where it bled out.
What the? It's multiplying.
Cutscene into multiple fights. We doing this?
Koshihoki?
We were just trying to enjoy a nice day in the park. This used to be a nice neighborhood.
Stay out of my way.
Come on, man. I'm past time. I just want to save my game here.
Damn, the little critters are tough.
Over there. Okay, there was a save point directly outside. Oh, they're not going to let me use it. Come on, man. Oh, it's just the whole party.
There you are. Is everyone all right? Nobody hurt. We're just fine, Karando. We were talking about kissing.
The whole city is in an uproar. What in the world is going on?
There was this monster that showed up.
Look, over there. Soldiers.
Damn, what's with this country anyway? It is a military dictatorship. The Majamels are... we'll come back to that. Why is King Solomon's maid randomly hanging out here? You know what? No, I'm not biting. We'll try to remember that we have to. Next time, I'm going to go ahead and apply that tent now. We will save. We'll call it here for the evening, and we will jumping right back into hostilities in next week's session, because there's some. It's going down for real in the streets of sleepy Nihonbashi. And I will pick up with my history lesson about the actual Yoshiko Kawashima and how the game's original incarnation from the previous title of Yoshiko Kawashima is kind of like based off of the later life of the actual person. 25 years before the time when the actual person was living that life. Because, spoiler alert, she becomes like a spy and agent provocateur for the Imperial Japanese Army and the Japanese government, and will like be instrumental in their destabilizing and eventual conquest of Manchukuo. Here's the thing, we're talking about fascist regimes, so we're only going to have so many uplifting stories. Anyway, for now, that is where we are at in scenic Nihonbashi. We'll do some monster hunting in the city. We'll see things go. We'll keep up with this Looney Tunes nonsense of Karen trying really hard to be into Yuri, and Yuri being just really into Alice. You remember Alice? There's a story, but anyway, I'm sorry. It's again, really funny if people didn't know Arlo Guthrie. That is where we are going to call it for the evening. As ever, to all my petite papillons, thank you for joining us. So glad to have you here and participating in chat. As ever, stay hydrated, drink lots of fluids, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see y'all in the next one.